Let's figure this out. Is China the secret to this market strength? As I look at so many of the leaders from the past 2 weeks, I was struck by their lack of commonality, at least until today. See, today we learned that in return for President Trump perhaps staying the December tariff hikes, among other things, our companies might gain access to the Chinese financial markets and we could get some big agricultural orders. I got to wonder, is that why the big banks have been doing so well? Is that why the stock of John Deere won't quit? Is that why the 5G plays are really soaring? It does make sense. Think about it. If you can argue that J.P. Morgan really ought to be going down with every rate cut, right? Because rate cuts are supposed to be bad for the banks. They hurt the net interest margins. Hey, maybe the stock of J.P. Morgan's been on fire because it's the bank that some say have the best Chinese contacts. Or how about Citigroup? It's got a fantastic franchise in Asia. No wonder its price to earnings multiples expanding here. But that brings us to another question. Why aren't MasterCard, Visa, and American Express up more? Of these, MasterCard's got the fastest growth. Visa's fine. American Express, though, is the credit company best poised to benefit from China. They already have a local joint venture with Lian. Of course, this is precisely the kind of joint venture the White House wants to stamp out, but it's better than nothing. You know what? I think American Express, MasterCard, and Visa are all buys. Then there's Goldman Sachs and the Apple Card. In the past, they've said that they don't want this card to be anything but domestic. Don't forget, it's incredibly difficult to build a credit card system from scratch, and Goldman isn't ready to take on China. I say put it in the can't hurt category, but then again, doesn't necessarily help. We know PayPal stock has done nothing since it got approval to buy GoPay, that's a Chinese company, as a way to gain access to the Chinese market. Hey, maybe that's something we ought to look at again. We're seeing something similar in the semiconductor space. Last Friday, Qorvo, this QRVO, their stock rocketed higher after the company reported some huge 5G orders. The pin action from those numbers boosted Skyworks Solution and Marvell Tech, too, the latter of which, by the way, rallied to 6.6% today off a Wells Fargo upgrade. These are the big three when it comes to 5G plays. Now I'm beginning to wonder whether the move was bolstered by the fact that our government is talking about relaxing restrictions on one of their biggest clients, which is Huawei. The move makes a lot more sense when you view it through the prism of China. As for Deere, it really is something to be the only publicly traded company that the algorithms recognize as a winner when it comes to China trade. Deere's been going up steadily, even as we keep hearing that the trade talks aren't going well. Either we get a deal and Deere sells more machines here, or there's no deal and they sell more machines in Latin America because China needs to buy its crops from somewhere. But understand, all these leaks about the trade talks are coming from the Chinese side. For some reason, the U.S. media treats China as somehow more credible than our own government. Even if you hate Trump, it's pretty crazy to treat the Chinese Communist Party as a credible source. Of course, they're leaking that the talks aren't going well. They're trying to pressure the White House into making concessions. To me, the sticking point for this phase of the negotiations will be if there's something else China demands beyond a delay and the tariffs. And that's what makes me a tad suspicious about all this trade truce happy talk. What will the Chinese do to show they mean business ahead of the next round of negotiations? They promised a big buy of agricultural products last time. Nothing happened. They also said they cracked down on illegal fentanyl shipments. Nothing happened. I think we'd better see some action soon, or we'll have to become more circumspect about the negotiations. So if China doesn't give us some signs of good faith, I wouldn't expect the CNN to say the Huawei blacklist. It's just not going to happen unless they show that they're serious about making a deal. And when I look at their actions so far, you know what? I don't think they really are. Let's go to Cherry in Louisiana. Cherry.
Yes, Jim.
Cherry.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
I've got some money that I've sold some stock in my portfolio that I'm got too much in it, and I was wondering if now would be a good time to invest more in my Cisco.
Okay, I think Cisco, the last quarter was just okay, and the stock came down. Stock's starting to move up now, but why don't we just wait on that? Because I do think that after what I saw from Arista Networks, it is pause about the kind of spending that we're trying to see from data centers, although Cisco, I think, is a much better company, candidly, because it's more diversified than Arista Networks. Trade talks. Let's be a little more circumspect and stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? head to madmoney.cnbc.com.